Steve Dalton, The 2-Hour Job Search, Using Technology to Get the Right Job Faster. In the digital era, the job search has become more complicated than ever. The 2-Hour Job Search, by Steve Dalton, offers a refreshing and efficient approach to land your dream job in the shortest time possible. The book's summary outlines a strategy in 7 steps that help you create a specific list of potential employers, identify internal advocates, and evaluate your motivation to work for them. By prioritizing and remaining focused on the selected targets, you can channel your efforts effectively, leading to greater success in landing the right job faster.
Job hunting online, a complicated process. The internet was supposed to make job hunting easier, but it has only complicated the process. Simply applying to job postings online won't lead to a job, as companies are bombarded with unsuitable applicants. In the past, applicants had to physically deliver their resumes, which meant businesses received far fewer applicants. Now, companies often list openings online as a formality. As a result, applying for jobs online in an unfocused way may lead to long wait periods. However, there are other ways to land your next role in a more measured way. Finding your dream job, the 7-step strategy. In the digital age, job hunting can be overwhelming and demoralizing. The key to making genuine progress is to set limits for yourself. The 7-step strategy outlined here simplifies the process and helps focus your search. Start by making a list of 40 potential employers broken down into 4 sets of 10. The first 10 should be your dream employers, followed by organizations that employ people like you, employers found in job websites, and lastly trending companies making waves with their products. Once that's done, the next step is to find potential advocates at each of them. Don't let the endless possibility of the internet drain you. Limit yourself, focus your search, and take concrete steps towards your dream job. Find internal advocates. To improve your chances of getting hired, you need to find internal advocates within your list of potential employers. An internal advocate is a current employee who can vouch for you and recommend you to the employer. Without an internal advocate, your application may be lost amid the sea of other applicants. Research has shown that for every person hired through the online application process, 12 were hired through internal referrals. To find internal advocates, focus on the 40 potential employers on your list and look for alumni from your school, good friends or family members, or individuals from another affinity group. Use LinkedIn to search for alumni who work at your potential employers, as they can be the most valuable kind of advocate. Keep track of your progress by marking your list with a Y or N beside each company. In the next summary parts, we'll cover the things you need to do before reaching out to anyone. The importance of motivation in job search. Determining your level of motivation before applying for a job is crucial, as it is the most important factor when ranking your job targets. The key is to have real drive to get you through the slog of networking and job applications. A simple scoring technique of rating each potential employer from 1 to 3 based on your enthusiasm towards them can help determine your level of motivation. This human comparative rating system should give you a sense of how you feel about each employer and helps in choosing the best fit employer according to your long-term career goals. Navigating job websites for your dream employer. The next step after compiling a list of your desired employers and their contacts is to check job listings on platforms like Indeed.com. The objective is to identify if any of your preferred employers have current job openings and track down an advocate at the company. While browsing, sticking to your list of 40 targets is essential to save time and effort. This process enables you to identify relevant vacancies, semi-relevant vacancies, and employers with no postings. Assigning scores to each employer based on these criteria will help prioritize them. The top-ranked employers should be the primary focus of your job search efforts. Navigating the job search jungle. Discover the precise method to identify internal advocates and land your dream job. When seeking a job, it's imperative to have a clear list of companies that you're passionate about and that are hiring. With that done, the next step is to identify the right potential contacts within these firms. To increase your chances of success, you should have at least 2 contacts per company. Start by investigating LinkedIn and other social media platforms to find relevant contacts. Categorize them into 4 types, according to their relevance to the job you're applying for. The first type includes people who are functional experts in your field and knowledgeable about the hiring process. These contacts are your best shot for landing the job. The second type consists of alumni or members of groups to which you belong. These individuals are not as helpful as the first category, but you can use shared history to your advantage by asking about the company. The third type comprises employees in positions 1 or 2 levels higher than the one you're applying for. They might not be able to assist you directly, but they can refer you to their subordinates who will want to please them. Last but not least, the fourth type is made up of newly promoted employees with social capital who are confident enough to advocate for you. Once you've arranged your contacts into these tiers, reach out to the most promising ones. By using this precise and tested method to identify internal advocates, you'll increase your chances of being hired by your dream company. Crafting a compelling outreach message. Learn how to write effective outreach messages that will compel potential advocates to reply and ultimately vouch for you in your job search. When it comes to job seeking, having someone who can vouch for you makes all the difference. But how do you go about crafting a message that will compel a complete stranger to vouch for you? The answer is concise messaging. Just as we subconsciously screen out much of the content we come across, we do the same with emails and messages. So, how can you increase your chances of a reply? First, keep your message brief. 75 words or less are ideal, as this ensures your message can fit on a phone screen. Secondly, don't mention job hunting right away, the recipient already knows you're interested in finding work. Thirdly, establish a connection and give them a reason to care about your message. Mentioning a shared connection, such as a shared university or LinkedIn group, is a great start. Fourthly, ask a simple and direct question that compels a response. For example, ask if the recipient's available for a brief chat about their position in the company. Lastly, tailor your message to the recipient by focusing on their work rather than yours, making them feel valued. By following these strategies, you can cultivate a contact who might be the one to vouch for you in your job search. The key takeaway is to keep it concise, relevant, and engaging in order to secure the most important thing in the job-seeking process, someone who will vouch for you. Mastering the art of informational interviews. Upon receiving a positive response from a potential contact, your next goal should be to secure an informational interview. This type of interview provides an opportunity to establish rapport with the contact, learn about their professional world, and increase your chances of getting your foot in the door. Preparing for a successful informational interview involves learning about the company, doing some detective work on the employee you will speak to, and asking relevant questions that cannot be answered online. Keep the conversation personable and professional, and form a human connection with your new contact, rather than making a hard sell. With this guidance, you can master the art of informational interviews and improve your chances of success.
The groundbreaking method presented by Steve Dalton in The 2-Hour Job Search streamlines the process of finding and acquiring your ideal job. The book emphasizes the importance of motivation, internal advocacy, and maintaining focus on selected targets. By following the step-by-step strategy, prioritizing your efforts on high-ranked potential employers, and engaging in informative interviews with internal contacts, you optimize your job search process and increase the chances of landing the perfect job. Stay focused and persistent, and transform your dreams into reality by having the right plan in place.